The 2025 Miami Grand Prix was a moment of reflection for Scuderia Ferrari after a disappointing result in sprint qualifying. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton openly expressed their disappointment with the performance of the SF-25 car, while team principal Frédéric Vasseur stressed the importance of technical updates to improve the team's competitiveness. Are Leclerc and Hamilton's harsh comments a sign of a loss of confidence in the team? Let's discuss it. Charles Leclerc was once again confronted with a harsh reality on the track, after showing signs of revival in recent races. The Monaco-born racer had previously scored positive results with 4 consecutive fourth-place finishes and even a podium at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, a performance that had raised the hopes of Ferrari tifosi that the team's dark period was beginning to come to an end. However, that optimism was put to the test again at the Miami Grand Prix. In the sprint qualifying session, Leclerc was only able to secure 6th place, a result that was far from the expectations of both the team and himself. Although his time was not bad technically, Leclerc admitted that he was frustrated because the car he was driving was not competitive. The lap was actually quite good, I felt like I did my best, but the pace of the car is just not there at the moment. It's quite frustrating, he said, his frustration hard to hide. Leclerc also pointed out that the Ferrari SF-25 car was inconsistent and very sensitive to the characteristics of the track. We struggled in almost every corner, especially at low speeds. The car didn't give me the grip I needed, and it's not a new problem. What's frustrating is that the problem changes every weekend, he added. This technical uncertainty means that Ferrari appear to be back in a phase of finding their feet, while rivals such as Red Bull and McLaren continue to make steady progress. Lewis Hamilton, in his first season with Ferrari after 12 years with Mercedes, felt the same. While there were glimmers of hope in terms of the car's comfort, the result in Miami was yet another reminder that the Ferrari project is still a work in progress. Hamilton admitted that the car now feels more attuned to his driving style, but the main problem remains, a lack of absolute speed. We're just not fast enough, it's as simple as that, said Hamilton, realistic but with the will to fight. The car feels more comfortable than in previous sessions, we have made some small improvements, but not enough to compete with the teams in front of us. Hamilton's inconsistent performances since joining the Prancing Horse team have sparked speculation about his future, especially given his reputation as a 7-time world champion. However, Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur remains fully behind Hamilton. He believes that the adjustment period is still ongoing and that the great potential of the racing legend has yet to be fully realized. We know Lewis needs time and we believe in him. Our car is not perfect, but the direction of development is clear, said Vasseur. As the pressure continues to mount both on and off the track, Ferrari now faces a critical moment. The team that was once so respected must now find answers in the midst of an increasingly fierce battle that leaves no room for error. Scuderia Ferrari team principal, Frédéric Vasseur, was adamant that his team's performance at the Miami Grand Prix did not meet expectations. Despite the less than optimal results, Vasseur remains optimistic and asserts that Ferrari is now in an important phase, a period of renewal and thorough evaluation to improve its competitiveness on the track. We are fully aware that our performance in Miami was not good enough to compete at the front, said Vasseur in a serious tone. However, this is part of the process we have planned. Starting from Miami and continuing over the next few races, we will start to introduce technical updates to the car. We want to see how the car reacts to each change, because this is very important to understand the direction of our development. Vasseur went on to reveal that one of the biggest challenges Ferrari now faces is not just speed, but consistency of performance from session to session. He pointed out that Ferrari's car often shows great potential in one part of the track, but loses its rhythm in another. I think if we look at our overall performance so far this season, one thing that is very clear is that we are still struggling with consistency, he said. That was very evident throughout the weekend in Miami, lap after lap, turn after turn, even throughout the race. But I also saw progress. Our car showed improvements in terms of stability and control, and that's a sign that we're moving in the right direction. As well as highlighting his team's inner workings, Vasseur also acknowledged the superiority of their main rivals at the moment, Red Bull Racing. One aspect that makes Red Bull so dominant is the power of their drag reduction system, DRS, which allows the RB20 car to glide past opponents on the straights with ease. Red Bull has one of the biggest strengths in their DRS effect, and that was very apparent in Miami, said Vasseur. They can pass us very easily on the straights, which shows how efficient their aerodynamic package is when DRS is activated. This is an area we are seriously investigating. We need to understand what they are doing technically, and I can say that our team is working hard to catch up in this respect. With a long way to go in the season, Vasseur stressed that Ferrari will not give up. The Maranello-based team remains committed to developing its car, fixing existing weaknesses and getting closer to Red Bull's competitive level. On the other hand, Toto Wolff, team principal of the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team, expressed his belief that Lewis Hamilton will perform brilliantly with Ferrari in the 2025 Formula One season. Although Hamilton left Mercedes after 12 successful years, Wolff believes that the British driver has great potential to achieve success with his new team. Hamilton begins a new chapter in his career by joining Ferrari, a legendary team that has long been Mercedes' main rival. The decision was made after Hamilton felt he needed a new challenge and wanted to pursue his 8th world title with a team that has a long history in the world of racing. Wolff understands the reasons behind the decision and supports Hamilton's moves to seek new experiences at the end of his career. Although they are now in different teams, the relationship between Hamilton and Wolff remains close. Wolff stated that if Mercedes is unable to win, he would be happy to see Hamilton succeed with Ferrari. "If we don't win, we will support him," said Wolff, showing respect and support for his former mainstay driver. The 2025 season is a big challenge for Hamilton, who will have to adapt to a new environment at Ferrari. Although he has shown great dedication by working hard at the Ferrari factory in Maranello and trying to understand the team culture, Hamilton is still struggling to adapt to the SF-25 car. He admitted that any change to the car actually makes the performance worse, suggesting that the adaptation process has not been entirely successful. Stefano Domenicali, CEO of Formula One, also expressed great optimism about Lewis Hamilton's chances of winning with Ferrari this season. He believes that the fighting spirit, experience, and extraordinary dedication that Hamilton has shown in his adaptation process with his new team will produce positive results on the track. According to Domenicali, the presence of a driver of Hamilton's caliber will not only increase Ferrari's competitiveness, but will also be a source of additional motivation for the entire team, including his teammate Charles Leclerc. He is convinced that this new dynamic will accelerate Ferrari's development as a serious challenger at the top of Formula One. Despite the challenges, Ferrari remains optimistic about improving its performance over the remainder of the season. With planned updates and a focus on consistency, the team hopes to return to the front of the pack. Vasseur believes that with hard work and the right strategy, Ferrari can overcome the performance gap and return to winning ways. With a combination of internal pressure, external expectations, and the high ambitions of its two star drivers, Ferrari is now at a crucial crossroads in its struggle for the 2025 season. Technical updates and consistency will be key for the prancing horse team to emerge from the shadow of Red Bull's dominance and return to glory. However, the mounting pressure could also be a real test of the team's harmony and endurance. Can Ferrari rise to the occasion and maximize the potential of the Leclerc-Hamilton duo before the season's hopes fade completely? Share your thoughts below.